Hello everybody, you're today with the Bad Take podcast with me, Made in China, and my co-host, Mr. Pascal, the kinkiest man on the planet.
What? What you mean the kinkiest man? What's that supposed to mean?
Because we're talking about kink before the podcast, and from the conversation,
be careful what you're gonna say.
and from the conversation, I picked up that you're a very kinky person.
I think you're talking about yourself, man.
No.
A little bit.
No.
Like,
okay, maybe a little bit, but partly about yourself too.
Nah, I don't feel that way.
Okay.
I don't feel that way.
Okay, mate. Okay. So today we have some topics to discuss, and I asked you before the podcast about the new anime that is coming out in 2024, and you didn't know there was a new anime that was about to come out. There's a lot.
Yeah, you're very hyped about that.
Yeah, the anime is the Bruce Lee anime.
What?
Yeah, there will be an anime about Bruce Lee it's set to be aired in 2024.
Wait, about Bruce Lee? Like his story?
Yes. We don't really know if it's gonna be like biographical about his story of like life and how passed through life, and this, or it's gonna be something like more Shounen based or something like that. But the animation looked really nice. It looked like old. It was like old style 90s 80s anime stuff, and I really liked it.
I hope it's something like mega box for the people that have watched it. It's an amazing boxing Rocky type anime, and if it's that feel, I think it's gonna be amazing.
So what do you think about the anime from the trailer?
I think it's just what I was talking about the last episode with 90s anime.
Yes.
That it has to be adapted with modern graphics and modern styles.
But in contrast with you, I really liked it. I really liked it.
Yes. You see what I mean? Imagine if something like Berserk, the original anime, was adapted this way. Like,
cool. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, it was kept the same, but just more crisp.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, then I'd watch it.
Then you would watch it.
Yes.
You're just missing out on life, to be honest. With not watching Berserk 90s version or like the Golden Era movies. You're just missing out, man.
No, I want to read the manga. That's why.
Okay,
that's why I haven't watched it yet.
Like the manga is perfection. The animes are good, but the 90s anime, in my opinion, is like really good, and like it set the bar like high for 90s anime, to be honest. In my look, because I have watched a lot of 90s anime, because like it's in my I watched more 90s anime than 2000s anime, and more 2010s anime, and in my opinion, like the 90s anime from that I watched, Berserk, the anime is like really high on my list, because it's like a 9 out of 10. It's it does a really well job about adapting the manga into anime, and like it's a good stretch of like 25-26 episodes, and they're just great, to be honest. In my opinion, the animation is great, the artwork is great. It's not, but I kind of deduct one point, because in the end 90s anime are 90s anime, and like to get a 10 out of 10 you have to be something like ground breaking. Not that I'm saying Berserk is not ground breaking, but in the end of the day it should be something like universally great.
I mean, at least it's not as bad as the 2016 version. Like, how did they go from such an amazing story? Because I know the story of Berserk is peak fiction. How did they go from that
Yes.
to this 2016 animation?
Do you know why?
Why?
It's because of you. You're default for it. Because you wanted the CGI. You wanted the 3D stuff.
No, no.
And they fucked it up.
No, I'm saying that CGI should be used when it really fits the work that it's used for. I don't think they should have used the CGI for Berserk. I think that was probably the worst decision ever made. If you ask me.
It really shed a tear in my eye, to be honest, when I saw the anime.
When you think about its brothers, Vagabond and Vinland Saga's anime is probably the best show I've seen in the seinen world.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. What do you want? By which studio do you want Vagabond to be animated?
Which studio I want Vagabond to be animated?
Yes. Or what art style would you like?
There are a lot of studios that will be a good fit to animate Vagabond, but do you know why I think not a lot of studios would like to animate Vagabond?
No, I haven't read. You have. You're the experienced one here.
I think that not a lot of studios would like to animate, to make anime about Vagabond, because it would be like a great like hassle for them, because it's not about the fight scenes, it's not about that much of the art style. It's like it will be hard for them, in my opinion, to capture the things that Inu wanted from the readers, from readers to appreciate. And like, if you go and pick a studio like who animated Demon Slayer?
Ufotable?
Like, imagine Ufotable to animate Vagabond. They like make great fight scenes. They animate great fight scenes.
Yes, their fight scenes are probably the best things that have been ever animated.
Okay, no doubt about that. I'm good with that. But if you go and like pick Ufotable to animate Vagabond, it's gonna be a bad decision, in my opinion, because they will be like more attached to the fighting scenes, and they will just maybe be like remix some of the battles and make some fun shit. And I'm not really about that, to be honest, because it will strip the essentials of the manga. The essentials of the manga are not all about the battles. They're more like the way of the living of Musashi, the way that he grew, the way that he experienced life, the teachings that he got through life, through suffering, through pain, through love and things like that. And to be honest, I don't know which is the right fit for Vagabond in today's age.
Okay, have you seen Vinland Saga Season 2? At least some of the episodes.
Yeah.
Have you seen the animation?
Yeah.
Do you know what the story is about?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that maybe Studio Wit didn't animate the second season, but the staff that worked on the first season from Studio Wit was in MAPPA, and they animated the second season. So I'd say that Studio Wit, or the same staff that did Vinland Saga Season 2 and Season 1, they would probably be the perfect fit for Vagabond, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, you will need to have a very experienced staff, to be honest. Staff that will know how to handle the material that they're given, because I'm not saying that that the stuff that they are animating right now, it's not like hard. You have One Piece, you have Bleach in different studios that are animating them, but they're more like action based. They're based on fighting scenes. They're based on. They're not that based on dialogue.
I mean, they're Shounen series.
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
And in the same way, you can pick the Dark Trio, JJK, the Chainsaw Man, and the Hell's Paradise. And they're the same and stuff. Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, they're
They're
borderline.
they're the bridge between seinen
yes,
and shonen.
exactly. They have the power systems, but they have the more serious things that are happening.
And these are the animes that are flying out today. You know, they're the top priorities in the anime community right now. These animes, to be perhaps.
Yeah, and they're all animated by Studio Mappa, which is maybe, I don't know if it's a good thing because they kind of feel the same.
One Piece is based on map. Is
No, not One Piece. I'm talking about the Dark Trio.
The Dark Trio is all
Yes.
all animated.
Yes,
That's crazy.
but
But if you take the Dark Trio, like JJK and Hell's Paradise and
Chainsaw Man.
and Chainsaw Man, how would you rank them?
I feel like right now, probably JJK is number one because it has that typical shonen feel, but it does it much better than Hell's Paradise and Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is more on the seinen level.
Okay.
I feel, not on the shonen.
I get it.
And that's why I
get it.
put it in second place. Plus, I have one gripe with the anime, which is I didn't like CGI Denji. I don't know why they felt that he had to be CGI.
Because the pressure is on. The pressure is on to implement more CGI in anime.
True, but everybody else was 2D, and they had the feel of 3D, but they're magic. But why does he have to be 3D? And I know some of his enemies were also 3D, like Katana Man.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but some other enemies were 2D.
It's not really getting to you. The 3D animation of Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, it kind of either pick fully 3D or all 2D. Like I don't think mixing them too much is good.
How would you describe it in words? The Chainsaw animation.
It was amazing when Denji was not fighting. When he was just in a fight but not fighting. If you get what I mean.
He was in the fight but not fighting. Cool.
Yes, exactly. He was just standing around.
Okay.
He was just like in animation, in an idle animation in a game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least that's how I felt about it.
So you're like putting Hell's Paradise in last place.
Yes, it didn't really grab me. There were very good moments, but they were like 2 or 3 compared to Chainsaw Man's almost every second episode. And JJK just has many more episodes, so it just wins out by the quantity of the good moments.
It has more material adapted into anime.
Yes.
In my opinion, if I would rank them, I would rank them like Chainsaw Man in first place. I really like the anime. I really, like the concept of it. From the first episode, I really liked it. And for me, like the first season is a easy 9.9 out.
That's high.
Yeah,
but it deserves it.
Yeah, yes. It in my opinion it deserves it. It has a lot of great stuff. To be honest, it has a lot of movie references. It's great in its core, and I would like to see second season, because I read in some articles that they may not make a second season, or they may go into remake of the anime, which I don't really think it's necessary. The anime was perfect, in all honesty.
Yeah, I also don't feel like they should remake it when it just came out. I think they should focus on a second season. And I know its Blu-ray sales weren't good, but that's just in Japan. Like overseas, all the online attention it got, all the online services that provided it, they made their buck there. Yeah,
in the foreign countries, they made a lot of money from it. And do you think that studios should adapt animes more about foreign countries or more about the Japanese people?
Oof, that's an interesting question, because
where should they concentrate, in the local audience in Japan, or should they like more concentrate about the global appeal worldwide.
If they want to truly expand and become super mainstream, they should focus more on the Western world or the world outside Japan as a whole.
Yeah.
But I think that it's gonna lose its magic.
Over time.
Yes, it's gonna be very same. People are gonna get burnt out because, for example, there are many shows that are inspired by Japanese-centric things, and the animators know about these things.
Yeah.
And they want to put them in an art form, which can be enjoyed by everybody.
Yes.
But if they focus on things that they aren't familiar with, I don't think it's gonna feel as good, and I don't feel anybody's gonna want to adapt it.
Okay, I feel you. And do you feel that animes can become more popular than DC and Marvel comics in the future?
I haven't read any of the DC or Marvel comics.
But you watched some of the movies?
Yes, the movies were great, and I think that's what's scaring them. I haven't heard about any comics being like, wow, this is amazing, everybody should read this. Besides a few, but they're like, they don't do the conventional hero stuff, they do the anti-heroes more, or focus on darker stuff in the verses, and I think those are more talked about or gain more attention.
So you like in conclusion you're saying that the animes and mangas maybe in the future will become more mainstream or more famous than Marvel and DC comics and movies.
Yes, I think so, and especially because anime can innovate with whatever story it wants.
Yeah.
While DC and Marvel has to focus on good heroes versus evil villains, or maybe the heroes turn bad and the villains turn good, or something like that. But too few options for the DC comics and DC and Marvel comics when compared to anime and manga, because there are thousands of different stories that can be told with the Japanese medium. Okay,
that's an interesting perspective about about how it may turn out. But in my opinion, it would not get to that point that manga and anime will surpass DC and Marvel, because comics in general have been around for much more time than manga, and a lot of people that are influenced and they're carrying their comics and their passion about the different kind of comic series are passing it to their children, and they're hooking them to comics and not to anime. And I don't think that there is enough firepower in Japan that so they can rival the money that is being spent on different Marvel and DC movies. Because when you talk about money spent in marketplace, Marvel's are like spent like in the past like 10 years they spent like $5 to $6 billion about making movies, and it's just the difference in influence, because they're using like their money to influence people towards their movies. The quality, yes, it's not great as we see now, but in the end of the day, the box office is there, the money is there.
That's true, but that's right now. I don't think I think that, for example, if you start looking at some of the bigger online personalities, and you ask them,
I get.
Yes, and you ask them, have you watched this anime? They say yes, and many of their audience that hasn't watched anime before are going to think, hey, this guy has watched anime and he's cool, so maybe anime isn't that bad, and they're going to check it out. And if this continues for the next 5 to 10 years, and Marvel movies or DC movies keep being the way they are right now, and don't become better, I don't think that they're gonna stay at the top anymore.
I actually watched one of Most Critical's videos about this topic, and I can remember that he said that in the end of the day, a lot of box offices about different Hollywood movies are getting lower and lower, below expectations, like Indiana Jones, the new movie.
Yeah, I heard it was just as bad as the last one, which was middle.
And but in the end of the day, the last one got shit of money in the box office. Where now in the first week it's like no money. It's like seriously below the expectations that the movie we got about it. And like most critical said that it's maybe because the movies are just not as great as they used to be. The content is not there, and like in the end of the day, why should you go and watch a movie and do it the hassle where the movie is gonna pop out in the next like 2 months on a streaming platform?
Exactly. And with anime, you most of the time watch it episode by episode every week, unless it's being released by Netflix, which they used to upload it everything at once and you can binge it. But bullshit. Now, that I'm very pissed off about that.
Actually, which is more satisfying? To one anime to be released at once, all episode, and to binge it out, or like to get a weekly release? Which is better in your opinion?
I'm gonna talk about this in a bit. Let me finish the first stop. Like, as I was saying, I'm very pissed off at Netflix that they released JoJo Part 6 at once, but for most series, you watch them weekly. And I think that's what's gonna win over Hollywood, because people are paying more attention to the series that are coming out now.
Yeah.
They know that nobody's gonna wait for them.
Okay.
Like, of course, they're gonna be there later.
The attention span is not there.
Yes, exactly. And the series are not gonna go anywhere, but more new series are gonna come out, and they won't have the time to watch the series that are coming out now. And that leads me to the thing which you asked about, do I prefer them to drop seasons as a whole or episode by episode?
Yeah.
And I think it mostly feels better to watch it episode by episode.
It's more enjoyable.
Yes, it's more enjoyable because you can discuss it online with other people, or just read what other people think about the episode.
Yeah. And
if you know the source material, you can also see what people are theorizing about the series. And you can see how correct they are, how well the series is adapted, if they can come to the conclusion of the thing that's gonna happen. And I don't like binging series.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not good.
Yes, exactly. And I can't forgive Netflix for what they did to JoJo Part 6. As like, why did they release it all at once when they had shows that were releasing weekly? That's the first thing.
Damn.
Then they said it was gonna be a 4 months break before they released the next batch.
Nah.
A year went by, no news. They released it. Nobody was hyped up about it anymore because they moved on.
Why should you?
Yeah, exactly. They moved on. Then they released the second part all at once, all 13 episodes. Yeah. And then finally they released the final batch of episodes 4 months later, as they were firstly supposed to do it, but nobody cared. And I think that's the saddest thing that could happen to such a beloved series such as JoJo.
To be left out in the dust.
Exactly. And I think it just doesn't work for anime to be released all at once. I think it may work for live action shows better, but
I don't think so.
Yes, exactly. It really depends on the show. I have binge watched anime before, and it was good that I binge watched them because I just wouldn't have the patience to wait another week for the next episode, because the series was not that engaging.
Okay.
And when I watched it as a whole, I consumed it very quickly. I understood what it was about.
Okay.
And then I moved on.
Okay.
But if I had to watch this weekly, I probably would have dropped it on the third week or the fourth episode, something like that.
I get you. That's a good opinion, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's the way to think about it. And like, I think, when you're watching something weekly, it's more enjoyable in the long term, because like when I follow series, like right now Bleach,
yes,
I feel like a kid again to watch to be excited about something every week. Every week on that day, I'm getting this, and I'm really anticipating this.
Yes, and that just shows how good they have adapted the series, how good the series is by itself, and it shouldn't count on it being released all at once and people just talking about it for a few days and then poof,
drop it out.
Yes, exactly.
Well, to be honest, I can remember when I first started watching anime back in 2017, and I was waiting like on a week release about one anime. Can you remember which one? Can you remember which one? You
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, you know?
Yes, I know it. Is it Naruto-san?
Nah, what? No, what? That's trash, man. That's trash. I was watching Himouto Umaru-chan every Sunday.
It came out 2017?
Yeah, long time ago.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was older, actually.
Nah, there are 2 seasons. One season in 2015, the first season, and the next one is in 2017. When we were 9th grade.
Oh, I thought the first season was somewhere like 2012, and the next season was 2015.
Nah.
That's why I was confused.
And to be honest, Himouto Umaru-chan was better than Boruto.
I mean,
in my honest opinion, man.
That's not a high bar to cross, though. Like
the Boruto anime is so bad. You can like put 2 rocks next to each other, and it will be more engaging than, to be honest.
I mean, in the first few episodes, it was decent, but that's because it was adapting the movie which came out, and the movie was kind of good.
No, the movie was great,
Yes.
and like the movie set the bar so high for the anime that was about to come out, and when we saw the anime till the 100th episode before the back in the past arc, we were like, what are we watching?
Yeah, exactly. Like the first arc after the movie finished, the movie adaptation finished, was just filler. It wasn't part of the main story.
I don't even know if it was filler, to be honest. I watched and searched to see if it was filler, and I don't think it was filler. It just but
yeah. Probably. I remember looking up the manga and seeing, searching where the anime is.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even at the second chapter or the second arc or the third arc.
Okay.
I don't remember which one.
Okay.
It wasn't even there. It was 50-60 episodes in. I don't know how they thought it was a good idea to start adapting a show, not even 5 years later when the main show finished, to give time for the manga to go a bit further.
This is in Kishimoto's type of behavior, because the man made the original Naruto series, and 2 weeks after the finishing of the original Naruto series, the Shippuden was dropped.
Yes, but now it's different. It's give time for the people to reminisce about Naruto, and then announce that a story about his son is coming out, just like with Bleach right now.
It was really sad, to be honest, when I think about it, because the anime ended in I remember it ended in March 2017, and the whole last episode, where is the wedding about Naruto and Hinata, is a big promo for the new series, and I was like, why? Why you have to shit on a legacy like this? Because in the end we can admit that Naruto series has many cons, a lot of viewers, a lot of undeveloped characters. Some episodes are not that great, but in the end of the day, it's legendary for a lot of people because it was a gateway for a lot of kids to get into anime. And to be honest, the original one is not bad. I really love the original anime, the series when they were kids, and the arcs that were adapted, and I really liked it. Even though a lot of people would not watch it right now because of the animation is bad and excuses like that, but I really like it in the end of the day.
Yeah, Naruto was one of the first shows I ever watched as a kid, and I didn't know what anime was.
And to be honest, just to finish, we've watched anime without knowing it was anime, and it was this good to know.
Yes, exactly. I remember I think the first anime I ever watched wasn't Pokemon. It was Full Metal Alchemist. And it was the first episode.
No, that's a PTSD moment.
Exactly! I was so scared back then because I was 5 or 6 years old. I put on the TV and it just played the first episode where they tried to resurrect their mother.
Yeah.
I think that was the most scarring shit I've ever experienced as a child.
Yeah, and that was why I didn't watch anime for so long, to be honest. I didn't watch animes until I was like 16, 17 because I thought that anime as whole was that shit, to be honest. And when I reminisce back about it, it was not really that scary. It was scary to me because I was a kid, like. And like when I watched Spirited Away, the no face, the way that he was animated, it was too scary for me, man. I genuinely felt fear in that moment when I was a kid. Genuine fear coming through my veins, to my legs, to my ears, to my eyes. I just couldn't believe what I just saw in that moment, and was like shocked right on the spot. Couldn't move.
In fact, I watched that movie when I was about first or second grade, so 9 or 10 years old, and it was just before school.
You can't count, man. But first grade is like 7 years old. You go to school in our country when you're 7 years old.
Wait, fuck. Okay, never mind. I was 9 or 10 years old. Yeah, I was 9 or 10 years old when I watched it. And it was just before a school day.
Yeah.
And I couldn't finish it, but I was so scared. I don't know why they allowed it on a Kids Show channel.
Yeah, like you have so much like gore anime that was like in your face. Watch it. It's 24/7. No problem. Watch it. It's like they didn't even check about the age range.
Exactly, I'm surprised they didn't even play Death Note, for example. Or something like that.
They did actually.
They did?
Yeah. I checked. Well, in 2019, I checked about the animes that were adapted in our countries in in audio, and there are like a lot of animes that were adapted, and Death Note was one of them. And like the manga is adapted in our language too.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. I know about the manga, and I don't know what went through their heads. I don't know if they even checked the shows.
I don't think they checked.
But I think the best childhood show was definitely Pokemon. I started with Gen 4. I think that was black and white with Dawn. If you have watched it.
Do you know what was the best show? Because like everyone could get on it on the King.
Which one?
Bakugan.
Oh yes.
Or Beyblade.
Bakugan is my favorite children's show, and probably my favorite show that I have ever watched. And I'm talking about the original Bakugan.
Yeah, the original was cool.
Yes. It was... I don't know how they did it, but the drama was there. The battles were epic. And the ending was perfect to the first season. And then they somehow made the second season. Went to the new world.
Okay. Oh.
They had their adventures there.
Yeah.
Many new characters, many more emotions with the Bakugan. With the stuff that was happening, some characters came back, which were viewers in the first season. Mm-hmm. Now they were kind of allies. They came back, and they just kept on going and going until the last season, which I think dropped the ball.
Yeah,
if you have seen it.
I've seen some of the new stuff, and
No, I'm not talking about the new stuff. I'm talking about the last season before.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I think that when they made the main character not the main character.
Wow, for real?
I mean, it's not that he wasn't the main character, but they were focusing a bit too much on the other characters that were around, and I think that kind of killed it for me.
Like, because the side characters got more developed than the main character.
Exactly, they tried to push away the main character to retire him.
Wow.
Yes.
Damn. And that's the hard part, about doing a series that has a lot of characters, because a lot of people would want to see development in the other side characters, not just in the main two characters, where we've discussed previous to the podcast that one of the things we don't really like about Naruto is that the main characters, Sasuke and Naruto, are got so much development throughout the series, where the side characters are like left so much behind. And I really feel bad about them, because like a lot of potential was lost in the way.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about just focusing a bit more on other characters. I'm just talking about trying to replace the main character
with side characters.
Yes, exactly. Or a new introduced character that's
crazy,
supposed to be the next main character.
Do you know what this sounds like to me? The last movie about Toy Story, where
I haven't heard good things about
and I think
you
will not hear good things about it, man, because like the first three movies, you have all the first three, right?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, they're probably some of the best work Pixar has ever done. Probably some of my favorite movies.
Based.
So about the fourth movie, what was the worst thing that happened?
Like the first, like I'm binge watching the movies throughout 2022. Everything is good, great. I watched the first one. I watched the second one. Very good, better than the first one. And I watched the third one, even better. The third one was great, and I'm like, damn, this is better than Toy Story 3. The trilogy is better than the Godfather trilogy, in my opinion. I would rather
those are very different movies, but okay.
No, it's like genuinely better for me. I would like to sit and watch the 3 Toy Story movies than to watch the 3 Godfather movies. In my opinion, the Godfather movies very overrated. It's too slow. I'm not gonna get too much into that. Back to Toy Story, and I'm ready to watch the fourth movie, and I'm like, damn, they should. It will be amazing. I start to watch it, and I'm waiting to get good. Do you know when it gets good? When it ends. When it's black screen and you see the credits about the people, about making the movie, and I don't think these people should get credits because the movie was so fucking nuts, in my opinion. Like, they tried to replace the main character Woody by implementing a spoon fork. A spork
as the main character.
Yeah.
How does that work? It's supposed to be Toy Story. I don't think a spork is a toy.
No.
I have seen.
Listen.
Yes.
I will spoil the whole movie because it's so and I don't. And please, if someone is watching this podcast, don't watch the movie. You lose 2 hours of your life. It's not worth it.
You're probably gonna ruin your childhood favorites.
Yeah. It's like a really big bummer, in my opinion, because so you remember in the end of Toy Story 3,
yes,
that Andy left out the
the little girl.
Yeah, gave out the toys to the little girl, and you see the little girl playing with the toys, enjoying herself, yada. And one day she goes to school.
Okay.
And she's feeling down about it.
Okay.
So she grabs a spork and a Play-Doh and some sticks, and 2 plastic eyeballs. When she makes the spork friend, this is the new god in her life. This is the new pinnacle of imagination, and like the toy, it has life and starts to interact with the other toys, but it has some mental challenges.
So you're saying she just made a worse Mr/Mrs. Potato Head?
Whoa, I haven't thought about it. Yes, and like the dumb cousin, the ugly dumb cousin.
Yeah, the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, the black sheep, the not good sheep of the family, and like the spork is the new favorite, and like you see how the girl is playing with the spork, and like and like Woody got left out of the whole picture. Like
he
was like fuck you, boom. Go in the corner. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Ain't no way she didn't mind mess like that.
And I'm like, damn, if I was Andy, I'm going in there, brutal force, straight force, fucking the cheater, going mayhem, going Conor McGregor on that beach, fucking her face. Smashing her face on the floor.
It's deserved though. It's deserved.
It's fucking deserved because like the main character of the 3 movies got left out, and do you know when it gets worse?
What?
Okay, we continue in the movie, and they're going to a road trip. The family of the girl, not want to talk about it. No news, no cool stuff, no good. You feel me?
That's a missed opportunity.
They missed the
especially for Pixar.
They missed the opportunity, and like the spork it's alright. Woody and the indie band, alright, kind of alright. They're doing okay, and they like stop for a rest at a town because like the RV breaks down, Breaking Bad style, and like Woody and the spork guy goes in the town to explore, and like the spork and like the movie. At that point, around the 25-30th minute mark, is trying to like develop the spork character in a not really good, way, because it's like so forced into him. There are no like experience for him. There are no like real challenges for him to go through.
Everything just gets served to him.
Yeah, he's like Woody's like this and that and this and that and this and that. They go in some in a store where they're chased, and there is like a big fight there.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
And in the end of the fight, we're introduced to a character that we've seen in the previous series.
Which one?
The sheep girl.
Oh.
Yeah, because she was left.
Woody's true love?
Yeah, but because she was left out, and like Woody was like what's up? And she was like, well, I was left behind years ago, and I ended up in the dump, and I'm here. And she like showed Woody and the spork kid the whole world of like abandoned toys that was in that park, and Woody was like, damn, that's a great idea for me to stay in. And he stayed in the park. And the worst part is that the girl didn't even notice that Woody was missing in the end of the movie.
Wow.
Woody was not appreciated that day.
And he was with the spork at the park, or?
Yeah, he was with the spork, and like the spork was like, thanks Woody, I will do my best.
But
cheers.
What about Buzz and the others?
They were holding the RV to be broken in the whole movie.
What?
Yeah.
And they just got separated from Woody?
Yeah, they got separated. They were like the side characters that were like playing the fourth characters that didn't do like much in the movie.
Why? Just why would you do that?
Because I think that Pixar wanted to like tell something about some mental psychology stuff about that kids are going to make dumb toys, but they will love them because toys so close to them and something like that, but in the end of the day it didn't really work in my opinion.
I mean, if you don't know if you want to do a movie like that,
Yeah.
just don't touch an already finished series
Yeah,
and make a new movie. Or maybe
for real.
Or just don't use the old main characters, just introduce new main characters in the same universe.
Maybe.
Like, why would you do that?
Because like
that's what I can't understand.
because like in the end of the day, you know, the Buzz and Woody and the cowgirl are like the brand names of the franchise. So it would have been more harsh for them to rebrand the whole series than to make another movie. But in the end of the day, the fourth movie didn't really pay out for them. I'm really disappointed in the whole movie. About the animation, it's like a Pixar's animation. I'm not looking about every detail in the animation because the story in the end of the day was shit. It was shite.
But do you know what story from a Pixar movie ended well the series for the last movie?
Let's go. Say the name.
Cars 3.
Damn. Let's go, baby.
Okay, so Cars 1, the original, is my definite favorite Pixar movie and probably favorite animated movie.
This is goated movie. This is the goat of all goat.
Yes, and especially the soundtrack. Man!
The soundtrack is damn.
It was... I don't know how they did it, but it just fit perfectly. The
True.
music was great. And the story was simple, yet very effective at what it was trying to say. Like, the famous superstar has to work hard to be able to go home. That type of story. And I think it was just the perfect thing to introduce to little kids at that time. And even now, I'd say it still holds its ground. And I'm sad that not a lot of people appreciate the movie or like it. Because I know it's not the highest rated thing that Pixar has ever made.
Actually, it's like 8 out of 10 IMDb.
Yes, but for me it should be like at least 9.5.
True. In my opinion, it should be like a 10 out of 10 movie.
Yes, but 10 out of 10 is there a 10 out of 10 on IMDb?
Yeah, there are some 10 out of 10.
But some like not all.
No.
And I don't think its competition would allow it to be a 10 out of 10, but at least a 9 or a 9.5, that range.
Do you know why I think Cars is one of the greatest movies? That is one of the greatest animated movies.
I'm listening.
Because it gets better with age.
Exactly.
And like when you watch it when you're like 10 years old, like damn, cars, racing, cool, I like that.
Yeah, very fun.
When you like grow up a little bit, when you're like 16, 17, 18, and if you rewatch it, you can like get more into the story. And like if you watch it again when you're like even more grown up, around 20, 23, 24, you can really appreciate what they were trying to do, because the story, yes, it's simple, but in the end of the day, it's like, why are you throwing yourself and everyone under the bus just for the sake of fame? Because like in the first leg of the movie, we see the main character, we're like, no friends, no friends, success and glory, yes, but no friends. And like the whole movie, it shows the whole evolution and how there are times when you need to chill out, you should go back to your roots, you should go and see the people you love, you should go like enjoy life as simple as it is, because like the best things in life are free. And what did he got? What did he pay for in the movie to become a happier person? He didn't pay nothing.
Exactly. He just maybe lost a bit of time on the track, and that was it. But his life got
much
10 times better,
yeah,
or 100 times better, and that's probably the thing that more people nowadays should learn to do. They should learn to appreciate the people around them.
True.
And they should care more about other people besides themselves.
Yeah.
Because when the fame ends, nobody's gonna be there.
Yeah, there will be nobody for you.
And that's what nobody wants to happen to them.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to play alone at the end of the day.
Yes, exactly. And when you go from the highest of the high to the lowest of the low,
yeah,
that's gonna hit hard.
Yeah, like, and I like it, and you see, like in the end of the movie where like the king crushed, like McQueen was like, damn, I should help him, and like the green card finished the race and won and Chuck won. Nobody was like hyped for him.
Yeah, everybody hated him.
He was just like a jackass. He
was just a jackass, not like
he was just he was like he was the jackass of the movie, and like we don't really care about you winning the cup. What is the cup? Like an empty glass, nothing. It's nothing in it.
Yes, exactly.
There's like fame, history behind it, but like, what did you do to attain it? You did like some dirty stuff. Nobody would like to care about some dirty stuff that you did back in the day to acquire it. Where like the good guys are like doing everything in their rights to stay in the right track to win in the best possible manner.
Yes, and then we went to Cars 2, which was a complete 180.
Who?
Which was a complete 180 from the first movie.
Who?
Cars 2 was just the thing where they tried to replace the main character, bro, with Mater. It was just a James Bond movie in the Cars universe.
When I watched the trailer for the movie back in the day when I was a kid,
yeah,
and when I watched the movie, I felt really disappointed. Do you know why? Because I wanted to watch the races. I think there would have been like in-depth races where McQueen is going to do his stuff, where like it's more focused about the Mater stuff.
Imagine if they did 2 movies released 1 week apart, when one movie was the races itself and the other was the behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. I think that's probably gonna be that would have been the most innovative thing that they would have done. It would have been awesome.
Or more like the McQueen perspective and the Mater perspective.
Yes, exactly. Something like that. I don't think they should have been simultaneous, the 2 perspectives.
Yeah.
And it just kind of killed the whole vibe of the series.
Yeah. And like in the end of the movie, where like Sally, the main interest of McQueen, in the end of the movie, she was like a slut. She was hitting a lot of cars, bro.
True. I mean, at least in the final movie they pulled it back.
No, they didn't put it.
I mean, they managed to finish it well enough.
About the series or about the relationship?
About the series. The series.
No, the series, like, it ended on a high note. When I first watched the movie, when he like switched with Cruz, I was like, I'm not really feeling it. But when I watched it again, I was like, okay, I like it. I really like it.
Yeah, he took the place of Doc, which was his biggest inspiration.
Yeah, it's like passing the glove
passing the torch to the next generation.
And it was like manifested and done in a really good way to be in the movie.
Yes, that's how you change a main character. Where
he's wise, he's older, he can help the new generation.
Exactly, he's past his time. You can see that he's past his time.
True.
He's old now, and you just want to see the new blood experience the new things that are coming around.
True. And he's like the supportive character that will like push the new character into new boundaries to be achieved.
Yes, exactly. And
where like in the Toy Story movie back again, like Woody was not happy about the sport guy. Like
Woody was us.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy about the sport.
Yeah,
guy.
if I actually think about it, if like Pixar thought the movie should be like, we are Woody, the audience, like yeah, I would like leave the show, no problem. You feel me?
Yes, yeah.
Like bye. And
I mean,
yeah,
they should have probably just edited the car breaking down and left it open ended. Maybe they got back home safe. I don't. I haven't watched it.
no, it's like a little. No, they like showed the final credits about the movie, how the toys, are experience the life without Woody, and like Jess and Buzz go together.
That's at least a bit of a good thing.
Yeah, that was a
About
good
the
thing about the movie. Yeah, but in the end of the day, the stuff that I'm really disappointed about the movie is that in the third movie, do you remember what Andy told the girl in the end of the movie?
Yeah, take care of them. They're my friends.
And she was referring to Woody, like he said, this one is like really important to me. Like he was one that supported me through my childhood, and she was like, damn, alright, no problem.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
And in the fourth movie, she was like, lit.
I mean, kids, but
Painful.
bruh, the whole movie is a bruh moment. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Maybe we're not seeing the bigger picture right now, but in the end of the day, Pixar's, in my opinion, didn't really explain it that well to us.
Well, Pixar hasn't made that many great movies, like that many innovative movies in the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
The recent one, Elemental, I mean,
Bro.
I haven't watched it, but I can tell you what the story is about. Just looking at the trailers.
I think we all know what it's about.
Exactly, and put more into it, man. Like,
Trash.
I know it's probably hard to think a new recipe for a great movie, but don't do the things you've been doing for the past 10-20 years.
Yeah.
Change it up a little bit.
It's getting kind of old right now, and like not a lot of people went to watch the Elements movie.
Yes, I know that the fire girl and the water guy get together, but maybe they could have done it where they just become friends and you show them with the fire guy, the fire girl gets a fire guy, and the water guy gets a fire girl.
Do you know how much I care about?
0.
It's kind of negative.
Ooh,
I mean, man, when I watched the trailer, I was like, cool, and swiped out. Like, it's not new, it's not engaging, to be honest. The last year there was like this Red Panda movie.
I don't know what you're even talking about, so that just shows.
Like it's not interesting. I don't even know if kids are enjoying these movies anymore, man.
I don't think kids even watch these movies.
True.
I think it's mostly just adults that have watched all the previous Pixar movies, that have grown up with them, and are just continuing to watch them because it's Pixar and they love Pixar. But I think many of them are giving up on the studio because they just don't see anything new. And I'm one of these people. I have watched probably most of the Pixar movies, but the ones that came out in the last 5 years, I haven't touched anything.
Not so great.
I haven't watched anything.
I have watched
not Incredibles 2, not the Lightyear movie, which was probably also very bad, not Toy Story 4. The only one I watched was Cars 3 because I was curious what they were gonna do.
True.
And I wasn't that disappointed.
Do you know?
It was good.
Do you know which is the one movie I'm disappointed with?
Which one?
Finding Nemo 2. You know,
Finding
Dory.
Finding Dory.
The sequence.
Yeah.
Just again, not really engaging.
Yeah, because why did you change it to Dory?
Because the movie Finding Nemo on itself, it should have been like a one movie, no sequence. Because what do you think about the first movie, Finding Nemo?
It was very entertaining watching a little fish, which in reality doesn't even think that way, trying to become mature
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
It was a coming of age story.
True.
Is the one thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think it needed a second movie. Like, what were we gonna talk about? About him having children, then him having to find his child?
Yeah.
Like, you can't do much.
About the first movie, I'm gonna say just one thing. Classic.
Yes. Definitely a classic.
It's just a classic, man. It's just a great kids movie in the end of the day. It's just so great. And I think the biggest problem about studios when they are making sequels is that they don't really understand what the people would like to see in the second movie, because in the end of the day there was some potential for, you know, second movie of Nemo, and like the story could have been about the other fish that was in the dentist office tank. Do you remember them?
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
they jump out of the window and they ended up in the ocean, but they were like in plastic bags.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, yes, and they could have you know, do you want in the end of the movie what happened with them?
I think they were found by the seagulls.
No, nothing. There was like green stuff on the back, and they just like they were like just like that for a year. Nothing much.
Bro, they would have died probably in the first week.
I don't know, man, but like that's the main problem with studios, where they're like not really understanding what the audience would like to watch in the second movie. Because if they made the movie about them, it would have been great.
Yeah, like, when did the first Finding Nemo movie come out?
Can I guess?
Okay.
2003.
2003. Yes, it was 2003.
Am I right? Yeah.
And Finding Dory came out when?
2017 or 18.
I mean, that's how many? 14 years, 15 years later?
Like 14, 15 years later.
Like,
yeah.
why would you make a movie centered towards the kids that probably haven't seen the original movie?
I don't know, man.
Exactly. They should have just made it for the adults that watched the
True.
original, that loved it,
True.
and now they can watch it with the kids and maybe show the kids the first movie and then watch the new one.
True.
I think it was just a very missed opportunity.
Yeah, very missed opportunity. And like another Pixar movie or another animated movie that flopped for me, I'm like, it's like really hard for me to talk about it. It was like that lightning dog movie.
Bolt?
Yeah.
Bolt.
Yeah.
It's a Pixar movie.
I don't know if it's a Pixar movie, but in the end of the day, I feel a big regret about watching that movie, because I was like so hyped to see a like dog, like lightning powers when I was a kid, and like when I watched the movie and I saw that he's just an actor, I was like, what? I'm gonna see a dog that is gonna be a normal dog. Like, why?
I don't think I watched the first movie fully. I've seen just a little bit of it, and I haven't seen the second movie. I didn't know it was
There's
an
a
actor.
second movie.
I thought you were talking about the second movie.
About what's it?
The Bolt.
There's a second movie, Bolt.
No, I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Bolt movie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about its sequel, that it was bad.
No, I'm talking about the movie that is just bad.
Okay, this just shows how little I know about the movie.
I haven't watched the movie in so long. I may rewatch it just to see if I'm like, you know, if my memories are right. But I have really bad memories with the movie and really bad experience. I have a really bad experience with the Snails movie. You know, that turbo snail that was like really fast.
I haven't watched that one.
It was it was a strange movie, to be honest. But in the
It
end,
sounds strange.
yeah, it was like a snail with a blue shell, and like a lightning, and he was like really fast.
Maybe I've seen some pictures online or something. I think I know what you're talking about, but it just
Give me a second.
the rabbit and the hare. Again, the story.
Give me. I don't really remember if it was about that. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. I know. I've seen these pictures, the pictures of the movie before.
Do you know when it came out?
No idea.
Can you like, let's guess?
I'm gonna guess 2021.
Bro, nah. It's much older than that.
Okay. 2016.
Nah, older.
Older?
Yeah, it's older.
Wow. Okay, final guess.
Final guess, yeah.
I'm gonna say 2008.
Nah, 2013.
Oh,
2013.
I was close.
You was close, yeah.
Yeah.
You were close. Not really great movie. Not really hyped about it, but I really liked Wrecking Ralph.
Yes. But Wrecking Ralph won.
Yeah. We're not talking about the second one.
Yeah.
We don't do this here.
Yeah. I haven't seen the second one because I know it's bad.
Man, I've told you I watched the second one.
Yeah.
Please live with good memories. Please.
Okay. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna trust you.
Live with good memories. I can remember when I was like 6th grade, and I haven't watched the movie back then. I hadn't watched the movie back then.
Okay.
And like the channel on the TV was left on HBO, and then they played it on HBO like 2-3 hours before school, and that morning I watched it 2 times.
Wow.
It was that entertaining for me.
Wow. Damn. It's an amazing movie though.
Yeah. There are just like some movies that are great. There are some movies that are good. There are some movies that are gold, and there are some movies that like they shouldn't have been made.
And the movies that shouldn't have been made are mostly the stuff that comes out now.
Yeah, and like the sequels, where the sequels are coming around now. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, if you're gonna make a sequel of an old movie, maybe give a bit of a recap.
A twist.
Or a twist, yes. Change the formula, don't do the same thing over and over. But I know they just don't know. Not that they don't know, they don't want to do it because it's just easier to rehash the old stuff.
Yeah, to stick to the formula. Okay, like we've been talking about Pixar's for like the past 15 minutes.
Probably. Probably since the start.
Probably. Okay, let's go back to the anime stuff.
Okay.
In the past weekend, there was the new Bleach and the new One Piece episode. Which one would you like to start?
Let's start with the easier stuff and start with Bleach.
With Bleach, yeah. Because what score would you like to give to the new episode?
A strong 9.
Do you know what's the IMDb score?
What?
9.9.
Wow. Wow.
I just checked it today. 9.9 out of 10.
It's deserved.
Man, that Rookie Bankai was amazing.
Gave me chills.
But as not power. It was like amazing.
Yo, I don't know anything about that guy. He was just mega creepy.
He was menacing.
Yes, exactly.
The most menacing Starnator around here. And the Byakuya like entering the fight, that was great. The brother sister moment, the step brother sister moment that we've seen. His Shikai ability was animated greatly. And let's not forget about Ichigo's appearance in the start of the episode.
Yeah. Man just went down.
Well, he went down the stairs.
Speed of light.
He fell down the stairs.
that's the cleanest falling down the stairs I've seen personally.
It was really clean, and like the outfit was like really great. And I've like sent you some photos about the episode before in the trailer and after it, and like they upped it up real good.
Definitely. Maybe the first picture where it's Rookie and the background's a bit different. Maybe the background in the trailers a bit better, but
it's better in my opinion.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad in the episode itself.
No, it's alright. It's like 50-50 because they're not really changing stuff. They're just changing the place about where the fight will be like. Yeah. It's not a big change, but like the Ichigo scarf change was really a really nice detail.
Yeah, they gave it more neat vibe. He basically became Arabic / Indian.
he went hard.
Yeah, that should be on the Heart Images pages.
Yeah. That's a nice clip. That's a nice clip for this Instagram account. So like just to conclude it, the episode was great. Ichigo was great, and in the next episode we're about to witness the most hit we've ever felt in Bleach.
How many battles next episode?
We're seeing Ichigo against 12 Stern Eaters. Like he's just going to like land on the spot and like start to curse some guys around.
And how strong are these Stern Eaters? Are they
like that
top level?
Man, the one Storm Eater, Stern Eater, can like nail down like 100 regular Soul Reapers. No problem about it. They can handle like two captains at once, and they can handle like 5 or 6 lieutenants at one. Like they're no joke. They're like parts of Yuba. They're the living, breathing parts of him.
And he's gonna take on 12 of them?
And he's gonna take 12 of them, but this is not like the grand moment for me in this episode. The grand moment in this episode for me is the Kenpachi battle against Grammy.
Grammy is the guy that was
kid,
at the end?
The kid.
Which one?
The kid with the weapons in the picture that I've showed you. Where he like uses his imagination, whatever he imagines.
The artillery guy.
Yeah. But it's not only about artillery. Like whatever he imagines in his mind, he becomes that.
But he's just dumb, and that's his drawback.
I don't know. We don't really know if it's dumb or not. We're going to see, because I have not read the manga till this moment, because I don't want to spoil myself. I want to experience the anime first.
That's good.
Yeah, because like I've picked Bleach like in the start of the year in January, so I didn't have time to watch to read the manga, but in the end, I've watched the anime, and for now it's good. And I've started to read the manga. I've bought some of the novels because I really wanted to have some of them. And I have like 15 novels. I have 15
volumes?
15 volumes, yeah. I have 15 volumes of them.
Out of how many? 70?
74, I think.
So about the 50.
Yeah. If I go strong like that, I will acquire all the manga in the next like 2 years.
That's good.
Because like it's great to have it. I like to have some, to have some book,
physical media.
Yeah, to have some book pieces, to have a book in my library, just to like take it out and just to go through it, to feel the pages, to see the artwork.
It's a good story, a good show.
I really like it.
Good everything.
My favorite shonen. I can admit it's not the best shonen overall, but it's my favorite shonen.
Okay.
My personal opinion, like not in general. In general, there are like more shows that you can put above it, but in my personal opinion, in my heart, is the greatest shonen.
Yeah, well, everybody has their favorites, so
yeah, but like that's the big debate, where like when you have to talk which show is the best, you have like to put your personal opinion on the side and think and do the facts, do the work, and like admit that there are better shows than your favorite show.
That's true.
Because a lot of people are confusing what is the best and which one is their favorite.
Yes. And I want to end this episode on discussing the Gear 5 battle itself.
Let's go.
Okay. It was somehow even better than last episode. And it just hit me in the feels, man. I was smiling the whole way through. All the sound effects, all the little references to the Looney Tunes, to the Roadrunner show. I don't know how they did it.
They just did it.
In the animation, when he reactivates his awakening, when he goes from normal to Gear 5 again, they went all out. He went RGB.
Yeah.
He was a gamer for a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it. They just picked. The next episode is probably gonna be a bit on the less hype side because it's not gonna focus on the battle that much because there are other things happening. But when it comes to the end of the battle, it's gonna be hopefully just as hype as these two episodes. Yes. And I hope that they can continue this animation, this style, way after one ends in the next chapter, in the next arcs, in the final saga. Maybe not the hard lines because that's a special one thing, but just the quality of the show.
You want the quality to be exactly the same as right now.
Or maybe higher. They can always outdo themselves.
The sky is the limit.
Yes, and maybe they can slow down on repeating scenes, but that's just the way they have done it. This way for since the anime came out.
There is too much recap in one episode.
Yes, if you're watching One Piece, just skip the first 5 minutes, and you're gonna finish it much quicker. Than
double
speed
if you stay
watching it.
Quadruple speed it.
Yeah, and it's not like that much happens in the episode. You can just skip around a bit. I mean, in normal episodes, not in this episode. This episode was packed to the brim with just amazing animation, amazing moments.
It's great.
Yes, exactly. And I don't know what else to say. It just left me speechless.
How speechless?
This speechless.
This speechless.
This speechless.
Okay.
I was just watching with a smile.
I guess you really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too as a new fan that haven't watched the whole series. You're recapping for me some of the stuff that is going on, so I can have some awareness about it.
Some context about it.
Some context, and I can go and kind of understand what is going on right now. And for me, just to bring back the topic of the previous episode of the podcast, I really want One Piece in that way to change the game for new manga that will come out in the next years, just to break it down and to make some more funky stuff with the powers of people, not of the next gen characters that are going to come out, not just to copy them, but to get some elements and to refresh it, just to have something new, something fresh, something cool about the new incoming animes.
I have something that I want to talk about in the next episode, which you're probably not gonna like because I talked your head off about it.
So guys, we have to finish the episode. Thank you for listening the episode. Leave a comment, leave a like on the
Make sure to subscribe.
Make sure to subscribe. Leave your butt takes in the comments, and we hope to see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Have a great week. Love you. Bye.
Bye bye.